Curtis Samuel, can't really say much other than it was a disappointing season for Curtis Samuel. And, kind of my fears of adding Curtis Samuel, while I was really excited about who he is as a player, my biggest concern bringing him in was the injury history that he's had. And we saw that kind of right out of the gate with the turf toe. He dealt with a couple other things throughout the year. And honestly, for being kind of the marquee signing of last free agency, honestly, last year was kind of all budget shopping, but that kind of being the big ticket, air quote that one, the big ticket item last offseason, it just wasn't up to my expectations. And, we saw throughout the season, Bills end up having to bring in another wide receiver. There's some injuries going on, and I think Curtis Samuel was kind of the plan to be like that 1A to Coleman's 1B, as Coleman started developing. And we really never saw him too much more than like a role player. He did, come alive a little bit towards the end of the season, which I kind of have similar thoughts here as I do for Coleman, but for, a player who's been in the league for several years. And for me, I'm excited to see what it looks like with, hopefully another healthy offseason with some more time on task with Josh Allen, another year in the system. And I think all you can really hope for here is health and see where it goes from there, because he didn't forget how to play football. He had, his best season with Joe Brady, and just the fact that they weren't able to get him going most of the year had me really scratching my head for most of the season. He's not going anywhere. The contract's not, easy to move away from, anything like that. Curtis Samuel will be back in the building next year, and just hopefully we're able to get closer to the upside of what I was expecting out of him. And there was a ton of conversation in the offseason last year about, like how much he lines up in the backfield and how many carries is he going to get, and him being this gadget guy and jet sweeps. And I feel like we didn't really see any creativity with him, any of that, really all that extra stuff that we thought might be factors for him. We didn't really see much of any of it. So I'm excited for Joe Brady to have some time to, you know, take another look at what the offense looked like last year and find different ways to incorporate him into this mix.